Okay, and the last little quick review of convergence test is the root test. That says the limit of the absolute value of a to the n, a sub n to the n, 1 to the n, or the nth root of this thing is equal to a number. That number less than 1, we have absolute convergence, greater than 1 divergence, equals 1 inconclusive. And generally we're going to use this test when we see n to the n, so a variable to a variable. And I went over in class the fact that the limit of n to the 1 over n equals 1, and that e is equal to this thing here. And a few more fun facts, just because I threw an interesting problem in. The limit of a constant, a positive constant, to the 1 over n, or the nth root of a positive constant, is 1. The limit of n to the p, where p is a positive exponent, so the nth root of n to the p is equal to 1. And the limit of the nth root of ln n is 1. So anyway, we're going to use this one in a minute. You won't see probably any of these, but you might, so who knows. You should know it anyway. Okay, so we have n to the n over 2 to the 3n minus 1. Right? The root test says take this whole mess, shove it into absolute value, and raise it to the 1 over n, and again we're going to try and make this thing converge. Now if I take this 1 over n and bring it in, which I'm not going to do yet, then some n's should cancel, exponent should cancel in here. But what I wanted to do first is rewrite this denominator as 2 to the 3n over 2 to the negative 1. So to make this exponent positive, I bring it upstairs, so I have 2n to the n over 2 to the 3n. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring this 1 over n in, and remember I have to do it for this too, as well as, so for the constant multiples and for anything raised to the n. So I get 2 to the 1 over n times n over 2 cubed, which is 8. And this is 2 to the 1 over n times n over 8. And what we can think of this as is n over 8 times the nth root of 2. And using this little fun fact here, if I take the limit of this thing, it's a 1. If I take the limit of this, I get infinity. And infinity times 1 is infinity. And that's bigger than 1, so I would say, oops, sorry about that. I would say that this diverges. Here's one more. I'm getting tired. I've made like, I don't know, 10 videos in the last 2 days. All the tests for you guys, and then I did 3 videos for pre-calc, so. Anyway, we have this here, right? This is n to the n type stuff. So I took the whole thing, threw it in absolute values, and raised it to the 1 over n, forced it less than 1. Right? Bringing this n in, that's nice, those cancel, and I'm left with what was inside the parentheses, less than 1. And now if I take the limit, and by the way, since everything's positive in here, you know, I'm applying the absolute value, so I'm getting rid of that symbol from here to here. Anyway, I have 1/3 plus 0, so my limit's 1/3, that's less than 1. So I say that the original series converges.